Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be unboxing my all-in-one liquid cooler. This is the NZXT Kraken Elite 280 RGB. So you have the instruction manual. You have the radiator in here. You have a couple fans, 140mm each. You have the LCD panel. This is 2.36 inches. You have the cooling cable. And this is a controller, RGB controller. And what is this? Okay, more cables, connection cables. Controller, radio. What's this? Okay, so this is all the brackets you need to connect your specific CPU to your specific CPU. As you can see, this is from Intel. I need the AMD one. Go from there, so you find that. So the radiator has a line, a braided line, and then this is the LCD screen. That's pretty much it. And these are RGB NZXT fans. Radiator. I'll take that out. It's white. This whole thing's white, except for the controller, which is not white. Which is not ideal, but I guess this would be kind of hidden anyway in the case, but unfortunately, if you do an all-white build, it would be nice if they provided a white controller. So this is not perfection. You would think that they would provide a white controller with a all-white cooler. They might not even make a white one. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you know that they make a white one or not. So moving over to my build so far. So I've attached the motherboard to the standoffs already in here. I've attached the header cable. This is the power header. So this goes into this port right here. And the line is going to back that goes into the power button right here. And this is the HD audio, which also is connected from here on top. And this goes into an audio pin. I think it's called JP audio or JD audio. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's called JD audio. Oh, just called J audio. And this connection is called JFP1. JFP1. There's also JFP2. Some other ones that I don't need, but this one connector goes into the JFP1. I believe it's the same on all motherboards. Position-wise, I don't know if it's the same position, but on every motherboard. But I believe it's called the JFP1 port, where you connect to the header, the power header. And I install some memory. So for now, I'm just gonna install two slots. I have 4 DIMMs, but for now, I just want to do 2. For now, just test it. And I also installed the M.2 drive, SSD drive under here. This is a a heat sink, so it's cold to the touch, which is nice to have the heat sink because your M.2 drive can actually heat up too. And that's a nice little thing about this board. There's another M.2 drive connector here if you need another one. I'm not gonna be using that for now. I just have 1 terabyte drive here. I didn't have time to film the install here because there's a lot of tutorials online and on YouTube that will show you how to do that, and also installing RAM. This is pretty simple stuff, so I didn't really film it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to show you how to install these things, but there really are a lot of tutorials online already for that. So obviously this board is not white, it's black and gray, and the memory is black. I do have white memory here, so it's gonna be black, white, black, white, like that, alternating. So I ran into some issues when I realized some things. So I bought this tiny little SFX power supply, and it's for ITX cases, right? It's ideal for an ITX installation, and this is an ATX case. So unfortunately, because it's ideally for an ITX case, Phanteks provides a very short motherboard cable. This is a 24-pin cable, and because of that, I can't use this cable. I'm gonna have to buy I could use it, but I have to buy an extension to it, or I can just buy a separate cable that's much longer than this. So I think most likely I won't buy an extension because I'm not sure if I like this cable that much. It's not the most horrible cable. It is pretty flexible. It's not too bad in that capacity, but it's not long enough. So I think I'm gonna buy some braided cables. The ones that are in general like used for like more aesthetic builds. They're braided and they're super flexible, and they're different colors. So I might buy a gray color or like a black and gray, or maybe a gray and black color cable, because I think it'll go nice with this board and everything else. So yeah, so just I had the power supply. It's resting here. Obviously, it's plugged in. When I'm thinking about, because I had to order all the other stuff just to finish it, because I need a longer line cable here. So I think though I want to first just test it. I just really want to test it, power it up and test it, see everything is working, and then I will power down and then get a new cable for this to replace that, because it won't reach. If I put the power supply should be going here, and so from here to here, this line, this cable is way too short. It won't go. It literally stops like down here. So if that was like down here, then it would work. But the way it is right now, it won't work. Yeah. So I figured out that, well, you'll see when I lift the case back up, I could put this power supply right down here near the fan shroud, and that does reach. So I can rest there temporarily for now. I don't have any fans for the case anyway, so obviously I need to buy fans. I need to buy a longer cable here. I might still run into other issues too, but so this is a lesson. I didn't think about this before. This is the first time I decided to buy an SFX power supply. I thought I was being smart because I thought buying this means that I can install this in any case I want, which makes sense because this is a small power supply size-wise, but it has 850 watts, so it can support a large graphics card. But I bought it for its size, so I could fit into any case, because I'm planning to build a mini ITX case, in the future, and probably a mini ATX case too. So I want to be able to reuse this power supply in those cases. That's why I bought it. But then I didn't think about the fact that maybe this doesn't seems to, maybe this won't fit well in an ATX case. And it doesn't. I mean, I had attached this bracket here, which came with this. So the nice thing about Phanteks is it included the ATX bracket, which is a nice thing because it's assuming that you might install this in an ATX case. But unfortunately, it provides a very short cable, which is kind of annoying because it's like, okay, so you consider the fact that we might use this for an ATX case, so that's why you provide the ATX bracket, but you didn't provide a long enough cable. You know, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, this cable is obviously meant for a small case, and I guess they're thinking we're gonna give you a small cable, a short cable, because you're gonna want to fit this cable in that case, the small case, the ITX case. And so if we gave you a really long cable, you might complain about the cable being too long and not being able to manage the cable, you know, to make it a clean install for the ITX case. So I guess they went with that idea of like, well, people probably prefer a shorter cable because most people who buy this are going to be building an ITX build. So that's why people like me who think I'm smart by buying this and that will work in the ATX case, and actually it doesn't work in the ATX case out of the box. You're gonna have to replace this cable. So that's the only thing that I'm running into right now that's like, you know, pretty annoying. But other than that, the build has been smooth. So the next step is to, obviously, you saw me unbox this, so I'm gonna basically install this onto the CPU. So I'll apply some thermal paste, all that stuff. Okay. So that'll probably be in the next video, but like, you know, I might just install it and then just talk to you about it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film it, but we'll see. All right. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like this video. And I really appreciate it because it'll help the channel grow. Thank you.